Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be talking about something I honestly don't see as important. I don't understand why this was even news in the first place, at least enough to, I guess, garner the attention that it did. I'm not really understanding that, and I know that to a certain extent, right, like, yeah, I'm kind of contributing to the problem because I'm coming here and I'm making a video talking about it and whatnot, and I'm bringing even more attention to this situation, but these are the kinds of things that, like, I see now, right? Like on the news, or like, you know, on Twitter or something, I'll be scrolling and like some major outlet or something will publish something like this. And I'm just sitting here thinking, like, how is this news? How is this important to literally anybody? I'm not necessarily sure, but today we're going to be taking a look at a possible relationship or a failed relationship. I don't know really all the details or the specifics about this, to be honest with you, but we're going to be taking a look at a relationship through TikTok that somehow blew up and became mainstream news, like actually has articles written on it. People care, I don't know. Before we get any further into the video, I just want to say that nearly half of you watching have yet to subscribe. I try to post multiple videos per day to keep you entertained, so consider leaving a like to help support and subscribe with notifications on so you never miss anything. Also, all of my socials are on the screen right now, so consider leaving a follow on these for more awesome content, and also consider grabbing a shirt if you're really awesome. Now to the rest of the video. This was from, I'm looking at the Trending Now tab here, and on this website here, as you'll see at the bottom, Chrissy Teigen calls out Ben Affleck, Matthew Perry, okay? We got William and Harry, Diana statue unveiling, Prince Charles, Meghan Markle, Archie birthday. Not super important stuff, but things that I would say are entirely more, I would say, important than TikTok user who matched with Matthew Perry on Raya at age 19 speaks out. Anyway, I kind of want to dive into this because it's such a stupid topic, and I kind of just want to just dissect this, if we're being honest, and talk about things individually, because there's a lot of different points that get brought up, I guess, in this subject and in reality. This is kind of like an ongoing topic in society, right? I understand that, like, as a society, we're kind of reevaluating where we are with, like, relationships and, like, age and consent and things like that. And I'm all for that. I think that's cool, right? If, you know, we're doing something as a society that maybe we deem wrong or whatever, right? Obviously change that, but I really feel like situations like this are complaining for the sake of complaining and trying to make a huge deal out of something that was never really a big deal. Anyways, a young TikTok user who went viral for posting a private FaceTime call she had with Matthew Perry says that she released the video to expose how older men in Hollywood are, quote, taking advantage of younger women on dating apps. Quote, a lot of people were saying I'm a bully and mean for posting this, and it made me feel kind of bad, but at the same time, I feel like a lot of guys in Hollywood are talking to all these young girls, and it's something that I think a lot of people should be aware of, the user Kate Harrelson exclusively told Page 6 on Thursday. Harrelson, who said she was only 19 when she matched with Perry, now 51, on the Elite app last May, said that the, quote, Friends star asked to move their conversations from Raya to FaceTime almost immediately after matching. Now, if you don't know who Matthew Perry is, he was a star on the show Friends. I know a lot of you are pretty young, so I don't know if you've seen that or not. And I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't know what Raya was, because I had to actually, like, look this up. I had to go out of my way to find this. Now, Raya is apparently, like, some sort of social media dating app. Kind of like Tinder, but it's for rich people in Hollywood, right? It's for people in the entertainment industry. That way they can find people with, like, similar interests and whatnot there, right? So it's basically an app for rich people. And this girl was somehow on it. I don't understand how she even got on it, considering she's not famous enough for that, I wouldn't think, right? Like, if you got someone like Matthew Perry on this app who starred in, like, a legitimate show, right, who actually was somebody in the entertainment industry, and then you just got some random TikTok person on there, right? Not really the same level here, but okay, so let's go ahead and break down the basic facts of this story. He was a 51, well, I don't know, he's 51 now, which is funny because the age comparison is not being made fairly. They're saying he's now 51, but she was only 19 when it happened. They're not telling you what age she is now, but they're telling you what age he is now. And they're not really mentioning how old he was when this happened. Now, from what I understand, she's now 20 years old from what I've looked up, so this happened when he was about 50, which is a 30-year age gap, right? Most people, that's a little weird, you know? Like, I can't imagine myself dating like a 50-year-old woman. I can't see that happening. But I mean, people are into different things, right? Like, the thing about these dating apps also that I think people are also failing to realize here who actually care about this, you really gotta set your search preferences. Like, first and foremost, you're on an exclusive app made for rich people. Like, you went out of your way to match with somebody like this. So I'm not really understanding like what's going on, right? Like you didn't use Tinder, right? Where pretty much anyone can just get on it and just start doing whatever they want, right? Like you went on an app where the dating pool is literally meant to be rich people like him and then got mad, I guess, that you found someone rich like him. I'm not sure. Now, I guess the reason that she did this was because there's so many guys in Hollywood who are just taking advantage of these young women by talking to them on these apps. But how's it really taking advantage of them, like, if they're using this app? If they're using an app where it boils down the entire pool of, like, who you select to people who are in, like, the same situation as you, like, you're going out of your way to not, I guess, have any sort of power dynamic, which people claim is, like, a big deal. If anything, you went out of your way to seek that kind of relationship. Like, you went out of your way to do this. I'm not understanding how this is taking advantage of anyone. Like, bro literally went all the way out of his way to make sure he wasn't just hooking up with some random person off the street right on Tinder. Like, he set a standard, and then you met that standard, and then you both consensually matched with one another, because that's how these dating apps work, too, if you didn't realize. In order to even have conversations with these people, you both have to consensually agree to, like, talk to the other person. Which means he showed interest, and then she showed interest, and then she continued these conversations from this app to FaceTime when he asked, but apparently he's in the wrong when she went all the way out of her way to make this whole thing happen. Honestly, it's starting to sound a little bit like we got us a fucking clout chaser here, bro. Like, we got somebody looking for some attention. The Los Angeles-based personal assistant, now 20, said that she had matched with other celebs before, but doesn't, quote, ever talk to older guys. However, she chose to chat with Perry because she thought, oh, this would be funny. I wasn't really thinking anything of it, she added. Notice that while she recognized him, the Gen Zer had, quote, never even really watched Friends. While on the FaceTime call, Harrelson said Perry suggested they ask each other questions back and forth to get to know each other better. The TikTok video shows a short clip of them playing 20 questions. Harrelson said none of the questions were sexual, but she did feel uncomfortable at times, especially since she said she was upfront about the fact that she was only 19. I don't think he minded that, she said. It kind of felt weird talking to someone my dad's age, and it just felt not right, especially when he knew how young I was. The blonde beauty claimed the actor asked her at one point, am I as old as your dad? See, this is the type of shit I'm not understanding. You were upfront about the fact that you were only 19, and you never talked to older guys, but then you didn't seize any communication, you kept going, and then you also consensually matched with him and gave, like, your FaceTime information, because your FaceTime's through your phone number, so you gave this motherfucker your phone number and everything, but all of a sudden he's in the wrong because he's trying to date? Like, I'm just gonna say as a man, I'm gonna keep it a brick with everybody watching this, the fact that no sexual questions were asked is borderline a fucking miracle, okay? Because with like 90% of guys, the moment they get on FaceTime, shit's gonna be trying to get sexual. Like, the moment that you both match, guy's gonna be trying to get sexual. Like, the fact that you got the most polite, upfront person possible throughout this entire fucking thing and you're finding a reason to complain is absolutely insane to me. Like, and can we get over this whole she was 19 and he's, 51 type thing? Can we get the fuck over that? Last time that I checked, that is consensual age in pretty much everywhere, right? Like, you're literally a grown fucking adult when you're 19. You can vote for president, you can go obtain licenses, you can go to college, you can take on debt, you can sign contracts, you can in some places buy fucking cigarettes, you can enlist for the military, you can move to a completely different country, but you can't have a consensual relationship with a 51-year-old? Like, it literally doesn't make any sort of fucking sense. It's very clear what this all was. And then the first thing you do, after feeling so uncomfortable and everything, is you take it to TikTok. Like, it's very clear what this is to me. I mean, I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but once again, let's do a complete wrap-up of this situation. 19-year-old woman shows interest in 51-year-old man, okay? On an exclusive dating app that he went out of his way to use so he wasn't just talking to completely anyone. He shows interest back. He asks to FaceTime. She gives the number. She has this full conversation with him. She plays along and everything. But then you gotta remember, okay? This guy has clout. This guy has money. He's got some attention to his name because he was on a popular TV show. And she realized, well, hey, I can get some fucking attention for this. I can get some clout. I can get something out of this. And you're telling me that wasn't a factor in making any of these decisions? You blew through 17 red lights making the decision to talk to this guy, since you never talked to older people or anything, but you went out of your way to match with this guy and everything here. But yeah, like, his status of who he is and, like, what was going on was, like, nothing in that decision to you. You post something and you just have to expect for some people to be on your side and others to be on the other side, she said. Obviously, a lot of people are going to take his side since he's a celeb TV character, but that's okay. Unlike Jay, though, who, by the way, is another person who did this to Ben Affleck, she decided to take her video down with less than 24 hours of posting it because she did feel a little bit bad, saying he was really a nice guy. The celeb assistant added that she and Perry never met up in person, although the actor allegedly tried once and told her, quote, maybe you can get a COVID test one day and come over, but she wasn't really interested in him. I just did it more for the joke of it, which sounds mean, but I didn't think anything of it, she said of her decision to FaceTime. I thought it was more so innocent and harmless. Honestly, it's not really okay for these older guys to be talking to such young girls. Yeah, after you went entirely out of your way to talk to him. And keep in mind, like, this whole thing is being, like, kind of, I would say, like, written and, like, said as if this guy was being a fucking predator. If she was 17 or something, that's different. You're a grown adult. Like, you could literally go die for your country tomorrow, okay? There's people younger than you making much more important adult decisions than what you fucking did, so you really have no excuse. Like, sure, it might be disgusting to a lot of people to think of someone of that age being with someone of that age and everything, and like, I understand that, but whatever two consenting adults do in private, that's their business. That's not my fucking business, and it's not realistically your business either. Like, the fact that this is even a situation is so stupid. And I love how she's trying to claim, oh, I was only doing it as a joke, which sounds mean. But that doesn't make sense. Like, you committed this hard to the joke. Like, you went this far as a joke. You're responding to media outlets. You took it to TikTok. Like, you're trying to make yourself out like a victim, but it was all a big joke, right? I just want you to say what you really mean. You were looking for some attention. You saw somebody with clout. You took that opportunity, and you didn't give a fuck about the consequences. Because now these articles and these people are talking about it like he was being a fucking, like, creep, like being a predator, basically. Even though it was two consenting adults having a relationship, or at least that's what it was kind of supposed to be, until everyone realized that you were kind of doing this for attention. So I think anyone with some logic in their head can kind of come to the right conclusion, I would say, on this one, man. It very clearly wasn't a joke. It was very clearly seen as an opportunity, and she took it, and it won, and this guy is now being smeared, and it's being made out like he's some sort of fucking creep, and she got what she wanted out of it. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, well, just shaking my head and signing out.